happy 2017. How come we always act so shocked when the new year comes? Like, we just cannot believe where the year went. Like, it's the same time every year, people. Why do we act so shocked about it? I was so excited when I decided to do a year in review video because I feel like sometimes it's so good to reflect and have physical things to reflect back on, because I feel like at the end of the year we get so overwhelmed with the holidays, the stress of the holidays. If you have young kids, I'm sure your holiday season didn't go picture perfect as you wanted. I know both my kids woke up Christmas morning a disaster, sick. They cried and whined all day long. That's okay. Then the new year comes, and then it's the stress of, what are my plans for 2017 or for the next year? And I feel like we end up dwelling on the things we didn't do this year or the things that went wrong this year, when really if we sit down and reflect on the year, there's so much more good things I think we can find throughout the year than there is negative. And that is what happened to me. So when I actually sat down and started going through all the videos that I made in 2016, I was just overwhelmed with how great of a year that I had, the fun things that we did, and the fact that I even documented them and had them there to watch. One of my main goals for 2016, which I forgot about, was to be more consistent with my YouTube channel, to get better at editing, to get better at my content, and just be consistent. And I did exactly that. By looking back at my old videos, I could see exactly how consistent I was and how I improved in just the process of doing YouTube. And along the way, I gained more subscribers, which obviously you want to grow, but the fact that there's people out there that was like, hey, I like her content. Hey, I like her. Let me subscribe and check in weekly on what her life is up to. And a lot of you have left comments, and I've had so much fun doing this throughout 2016 that honestly I forgot about it when it came to end of 2016. So I was so excited when I was editing through all my old footage, and I'm really excited to sit down and just chat with you about how 2016 went. So there's my intro. I have my coffee. I promise it's not going to be a long video, but if you want to stop and get some coffee to enjoy with me, do so. But let's get started. So first, how did 2016 start? Well, it started with me being 9 months pregnant. The very first video I put up in 2016 was my last pregnancy update. I think it was week 37 that I did. I was huge. I was so big. As far as like my stomach was so big. Watching that video, I just was reminded about how uncomfortable I really was. So Max was due within weeks of me doing that video, and there was just 2 really important videos I needed to get out before he came. And the first one was his name reveal. I needed to officially reveal what we were calling him. We knew for a while, but I kept delaying on this video. This happened to be one of my favorite videos I did in 2016. Andrew and I collabed on an idea. We got the perfect idea and a way to incorporate Lily into it. She was still kind of young, so getting her to actually like say things or do things was a little bit more difficult, but she loves bath time and she loves like the foam letters, and so incorporating all of that into his name reveal, it is still by far one of my most favorite videos from the year. Next up, I worked so hard. My husband and I, and then my mom a lot as well, worked really hard on actually getting his nursery together. So that was another big video that I needed to get up before he was born. That I like, my goal was this has to come up. And I think I put it up a week before he was born. So I finally got his nursery up, and we recently moved, if you have been following us along. So honestly, that is one of the rooms that I miss the most from our old house. It's just not the same. It was actually picked up by Pop Sugar Mom, featured it on, I think, their Facebook and maybe even their website. They did a little post about it, and it is by far one of my favorite rooms. So finally, January 18th, 2016, we walked into the hospital at 5 in the morning for a scheduled C-section. And Max was born at 7:31, weighing 8 pounds 1 ounce, and what was he, 21¼ inches long, something like that. Oh, it hasn't even been a year yet, and I'm like, I don't remember everything. But yeah, he was born and he was perfect, and yeah, that started off our 2016. Now for the next few months, February, March, and April, I was on maternity leave. I worked full-time at that time outside of the house. So with both of my kids, when I go on maternity leave, I hunker down at home, I barely leave, I stay home, and I just enjoy life with a newborn. Life with a newborn is very exhausting, but to me at the same time, it's very a peaceful time in our house and I absolutely love it. So those months I just hunker down and barely leave the house. So I used those months to kind of venture into things. One of those things was vlogging. Having a newborn and a toddler, sitting down and looking like taking a shower alone is a lot of work. So I ventured into vlogs. I wasn't very good at it, but I actually really enjoyed it. And those are some of the fun videos to look back on and just see like life with a newborn and a toddler, and I'm really glad that I did that. Also with a new baby, you have a lot of like content you can do. So some of the things I did was favorite videos. I did mommy favorites, baby favorites, beauty favorites, just whatever I was liking at the time because I was home and there was just stuff to like. And of course with a new baby, what do all those moms do? Baby update videos, and those videos are so much fun to look back on and just see what he was doing and how tiny he really was. Another thing that I did during those few months on my maternity leave is I ventured into doing like a few food type of videos. I had a lot of fun. I had so much fun just like creatively trying to come up with how I wanted to arrange everything, how I wanted the camera, the lighting, how I was going to edit it with words. It's very amateur as far as how the words go, but I had so much fun with it, and that is again like from 2016 one of my favorite creative videos that I've done. So maternity leave was over. I had to go back into the real world, back to work, back to reality, and that brought us to May. At this point, Max technically wasn't a newborn anymore, and so reflecting on those newborn stages, I realized there was some tips that I can provide to someone, even if it's just one person I can help, on how to survive that newborn stage. So one of the videos I did in May was 5 tips to surviving the newborn months. Another special thing about May is it's my daughter's birthday. She turned 2 in 2016 in May. I went back and forth on the theme I wanted to do. I really wanted to do something for me, but my husband was like, she's into Mickey Mouse, you have to do Mickey Mouse. And I was like, I don't want my party to look like Mickey threw up. So we compromised. I came up, I found some things as far as theme-wise that I wanted to do with Mickey, and I loved how it turned out because you knew it was Mickey, but there was only one area in her party where it was actually the characters, but the rest of it was just alluding to Mickey Mouse and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and I actually really enjoyed how it turned out. So May came and went, and then it was time for summer. So June through August, those summer months, I actually used it again to venture into new content and new videos. I kicked off the summer in June with one of my first like product reviews where a company reached out to me. They wanted to send me something to review, and so I did. And from there on, I decided anytime I do any sort of review video or partner with a company on something, I always want to make sure the content is good, but it's also entertaining for watching my channel because I don't want it to be just some boring video of me talking about a product. So when I did this product review, I did just that. I tried to make at least the intro of it a little bit interesting for people to watch, and so I had a lot of fun just kind of brainstorming and coming up with ideas for that. Another thing I did at this point, I was still nursing my son. I did have some issues with it. I had 2 different like trials and journeys on nursing my daughter and my son. Both different, both difficult towards the end in their own ways. So I ended up sitting down and doing a whole nursing series. One of the main things that stemmed from that is I wanted to do a video on the realities of nursing because you hear a lot of good things and it's great. I would do it if I had 30 kids. But I also think there's a lot of things we don't talk about that are just difficult, and I wanted to do that video. From there, it spun out to like a video on my pump bag because I'm obsessed with my pump bag and what I keep in that. I did a video on how to store your milk because I've done so much research on that over the years. And then just a video on the typical what stuff you may need, like, or want for nursing. Also, an obsession of mine is home decor and home organization. Now my house is a disaster, but there are areas that are really organized that I loved. And so through the summer I used that to also do some home projects, and I brought you guys along on those projects and showed you some of my small little home organizations. Then September came and it kicks off my favorite time of year, fall. So I did a whole fall series. I think I did like a 10 days of fall where I did the typical like my fall home tour. I did like my favorite recipes from fall. I did favorites, things like that, a giveaway, and it was a really fun series to do. And in that, I think one of the vlogs that I did for my fall series, I announced we were selling our house and moving to Sacramento. Whew, that was September, huh? It's crazy how time flies. So that brings us to October. Our house went on the market in October. We sold our house. I think within 2 days we had 3 offers on the home. 2 were above asking. We countered a little bit, and with 6 days of being on the market, we opened escrow. So October was a crazy month personally. Also in October, October is filled with a lot of different awarenesses, and one of those awarenesses that's really special to us is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. Now, our story specifically takes place in 2012. At that point, we had been married for 3 years, and we decided it was time to start a family. The appointment happened to be November 14th. It was a Wednesday of 2012. 1, they found no heartbeat, and at this point, there should be a heartbeat. And 2, we were pregnant with twins. In that month, I shared a video on my miscarriage story. It was my first pregnancy. We were pregnant with twins, and we miscarried early on, and I've never really sat down and talked about it. I know I think I mentioned it in a few different videos, but I've never sat down and talked about it, and so October was a perfect month to do so. Also in October, I hit 200 subscribers. Again, I have YouTube is my outlet as a mom, my creative outlet, my personal outlet, and the fact that there was 200 people who decided, hey, let me subscribe and watch her and enjoy my creative outlet is pretty mind-blowing. So I think there's 255 of you now as I'm doing this, and hi, thank you. You guys are awesome, and I want more of you to comment and say hi. Like, I want to get to know you guys. I've also made friends through this, and it's been awesome. So thank you, you guys. So then November comes and we're almost done. So November, we moved. We actually moved the weekend before Thanksgiving is when we moved. So I don't think I put a whole lot of content out in November. A video that I did do was I did back in September. I met up with some girlfriends in Texas. One of our friends lived there, but 2 of us from California flew out there. Max came with me because he was still young, and we did a girls trip. And one of the things that we did is we went to Magnolia Market, to Joanna Gaines and Chip Gaines' little store they have out there in Waco, Texas, and it was so much fun. So finally in November I was able to sit down and edit that vlog, and I shared it with you guys. And then at the end of the vlog, I just showed you what I bought from Magnolia, because I wasn't going all the way there and not buying something. So that was a really fun video that I did. Of course, throughout the year, I was doing more baby update videos on Max. However, as I'm sitting here doing this, I think the last update video I did was probably October or November, and it was his 9-month update. And I haven't done one since, so I'm just taking 10, 11, and 12 and doing one video, although there is so much that has changed since his 9-month update. Life's been crazy. So that brings us to December, where I decided it was my year to do Vlogmas. What was I? With our move and getting like settled into a new place with Christmas and stuff, I just was having a hard time coming up with everything I wanted to do when I was going to record. So I thought, brilliant idea, I'll do Vlogmas. And so I did. I think I missed 1 day in Vlogmas. Sorry guys, I think that was like Christmas Eve. So I pretty much did all of Vlogmas. It was so much fun, and it was so demanding. I don't think I'm doing Vlogmas next year. Things can change. But I'm already thinking out how I want to handle next year's holiday videos. So I'm already planning ahead for that. But yeah, if you want to relive Vlogmas, I'll leave it linked for you and you could go back and check it out. But at the same time, I'm glad I did it, because I just documented our family, and that's what this is really about, and it was so much fun. And that brings me to the end of 2016. I'm so excited for 2017. I'm really excited to see what 2017 brings in every aspect of life, and especially here on YouTube, because again, this is my creative outlet. I have so much fun doing this. Even if no one watched, I still have a lot of fun doing this. I mean, the byproduct of having people actually interested in it and leaving comments and subscribing just makes it even more fun. But I just love doing this. I have so much fun. And again, I've met other moms on here, and it's just like, it's a world that I didn't know existed, and I'm so excited that I found. And thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for coming along with me on this. So add that, if you are watching this and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that little red subscribe button. I have some things planned out for 2017. I have big visions and big plans for 2017, and I would just love for you guys just come along with this journey. I was reading my analytics the other day, and it was something like 85% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribers. So I challenge you, subscribe to my channel, come hang out with me for a month. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe, but I guarantee you're gonna like it. But again, thank you guys for making 2016 fun, and here is to 2017. Cheers. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.